C7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Verdict in the case of a Brewer man accused of manslaughter in the death of his infant son. We'll have the details. Good afternoon. I'm Susan Farley. The Sullivan Town manager and select board chair have resigned. We'll talk with one of them. And a federal court is allowing an active petitioner to weigh in on a lawsuit against the town of Bar Harbor. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Friday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning, and overall, not too bad. We do have this winter storm watch we need to keep an eye on, until about 8 p.m. Saturday. We might see an upgrade at some point. Winter storm warnings to the south and west, as this is all for accumulating snow that will be moving in. The rest of the advisories have been upgraded to gale warnings, and now will last until about 7 p.m. moving forward. And a tiny area here under a small craft advisory until later on this morning at around 11 a.m. So that's already been expired by this point. So now the only thing that we need to watch for is that gale warning. So again, for now, we're quiet out there with a lot of sunshine that will be noticed today. So today will be that day where you might think there's nothing heading in our direction, but that's going to be changing, though, with the system right here that's going to be tracking off towards the east over time, and that'll bring us some snow as you do move forward, especially further off towards the south and west. A lot of sunshine today, clouds moving later on tonight. Snow mainly along to the southwest of Bangor. It's going to be tricky to see how far north this goes. I think this might be a little too far north as we have high pressure that's going to be causing some dry air to move in and push that snow farther down toward the south. And the wind's going to be kind of all over the place too. The gale warnings are posted mainly for tomorrow, as winds will really begin to increase as the system begins to move in. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, not too bad. A lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. It took a jury about an hour to decide the fate of a Brewer man who was accused of shaking his baby to death. Matthew Jaroncic has the details.
A jury ruled Ronald Harding guilty of manslaughter on Thursday at Penobscot Judicial Center.
Is Ronald Harding, the defendant of the bar, guilty or not guilty of the offense of manslaughter?
Guilty. Harding was charged with manslaughter after causing the death of his 6-week-old son Jaden by violently shaking the child on Memorial Day in 2021. Kayla Hartley, the baby's mother, performed CPR on the baby prior to paramedics arriving on scene. Emergency crews transported Jaden to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center, where the baby was pronounced dead. The jury reached a guilty verdict after defense attorney William Ash and Assistant Attorney General Leanne Robin delivered their closing arguments.
He knew better than to smack Jaden's head on the surface. A person who uses his adult strength to shake a baby or cause a baby's head to hit a surface is certainly reckless or criminally negligent.
In this case, the evidence has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that Ronald Harding was innocent. As he said, his son was everything to him.
The verdict was based on several factors, including medical evidence and testimonies from Dr. Jane Turner, a forensic pathologist from Vermont, and Dr. Liam Fuente, Maine's Deputy Chief Medical Examiner. The defense was also claiming the subdermal hemorrhaging on Jaden's brain could have happened days prior to Memorial Day in 2021. Harding is currently being held without bail at Penobscot County Jail and could face up to 30 years in prison. The sentencing date has not been set yet. In Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A man charged in a decades-old case pleaded guilty to murder Thursday afternoon. Gerald Goodale was sentenced to 32 and a half years in prison for the death of 20-year-old Janet Brochu of Waterville in 1987. Police say Brochu was out with friends on Christmas Eve, but separated from her group and disappeared. Her body was found in the Sebasticook River in Pittsfield in March of 1988. Police say Goodale was part of the original investigation, but new evidence helped prosecutors bring the case to the grand jury. He was charged with her murder in 2021. Brochu's family members say they are happy with the sentence and it will help bring them some closure.
Justice was partially served. You know, of course, we all die and we all get judged, right? But again, I forgave him for his part, what he did to me and my family. And I also can say that for my uncle and my aunt, that they wanted to know for sure who did it. But I know what type of people they were, and they would have forgiven him too.
Goodale is already serving time for the 1988 killing of Geraldine Finn. Today's sentence will run concurrent with his present sentence. He could be released from prison in 2041. At the earliest, he will be in his 80s. The Piscataquis County Grand Jury has indicted a Guilford man for attempted murder. 41-year-old Tori Littlefield was arrested in January 2022 after police received a 911 call from a woman claiming Littlefield had assaulted her, shot at her, and threatened to burn down their home. The woman told police Littlefield woke her up because he was mad that the electricity in the house wasn't working. He allegedly shot at her 3 times. Penobscot County District Attorney Christopher Almy says when police arrived, they were able to see bullet holes and found bullet casings. Littlefield was also indicted on a variety of other charges, including domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon, and criminal mischief. The Maine Supreme Judicial Court has set aside the sentence of a man convicted of murdering another man outside a Bangor nightclub. 37-year-old Rayshawn Moore was found guilty in the stabbing death of 25-year-old Demetrius Snow. It happened in the parking lot of the half-acre nightclub on Harlow Street in 2020. The justices upheld Moore's conviction. However, they agreed with his attorney that the judge in the case should not have considered the fact that Moore decided to go to trial as a sign he had no remorse, which was a possible factor in his sentence. Former Sullivan Select Board Chair Michael Pinkham resigned from his board position and his role as harbor master on February 27th. He did so following the resignation of Sullivan Town Manager Stacy Tozier. He says the job had become too stressful for him to continue. Pinkham says he tried to make effective changes during his time in the role and that he didn't want to resign, but felt it was the right call given frustrations he experienced.
It's a very thankless job to be a public official in town. And the only satisfaction you get out of it is knowing that you're trying to do things right. And because you certainly don't, some towns you don't get paid to be selectmen. In Sullivan you get paid a small fee, but the amount of time that it takes and the stress that it puts on you to get everything done is just overwhelming.
Despite his resignation, Pinkham says Sullivan is a great place to live and he will continue to volunteer throughout the town in his spare time. He also says he hopes that the board will help find a good candidate for the role. The Maine AFL-CIO is speaking out after they say Maine Senator Angus King has been involved in bipartisan talks with other congressional members on the possibility of raising the Social Security retirement age. The group says at a time when the life expectancy has been declining for many Americans, it's, quote, absurd to even consider raising the retirement age to receive full Social Security benefits. They say Social Security is a critical lifeline for working-class people and that age discrimination is a real problem. So folks who, for one reason or another, have to search for a job in their 50s and 60s can encounter age-based barriers.
I think that if these senators and congresspeople had spent their lives working in construction or fishing or the logging industry, I don't think that they would be so quick to discuss raising the retirement age to 70 years old. Do we really want to force nurses, teachers, and restaurant workers to work until they're 70 years old before they can retire? People get burned out and exhausted. And just because you're still alive in your late 60s doesn't mean you're still able to work full time like you did when you were much younger. Mainers deserve to retire in dignity.
They say what Congress should be doing is looking for ways to strengthen and even expand Social Security, including lifting the cap on high-income earners. The Maine AFL-CIO represents the interests of roughly 200 labor organizations with more than 40,000 members. A federal court is allowing an active petitioner to weigh in on a lawsuit against his town. Federal Judge Lance Walker has granted Charlie Sidman the title of intervener in a lawsuit against the town of Bar Harbor, following a vote that would limit the number of cruise ship passengers allowed in the town to a maximum of 1,000. A group of local businesses filed a suit against the town to overturn the decision. Sidman was an avid supporter of the regulation and says he filed to be an intervener in the case to be the voice of all of those in town who also voted in support of limiting cruise ship passengers in town.
We are now at the table. We have a full-fledged seat at the family table. We participate in any mediation. We participate in discovery. We participate in fully if it gets into a courtroom.
At this time, the lawsuit is still pending in court and the limit remains in place. Sidman believes that the court case could be resolved by the fall. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, fishermen and scientists are in Rockport for a big event. We've got the details when we return.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from bath fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Taylor Events and Equipment Rental in Bangor for all your wedding and events. Tents, tables, chairs, and more. Also, see us for your home project equipment rentals. Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Patriot Homes and Liberty Trucking in Ellsworth would like to wish the Ellsworth girls basketball team good luck in the state finals. Patriot Home and Liberty, trucking, designing, building, and now moving your dream homes. ABC 7, Fox 22, Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, and Wireless Zone want to send you to see the professional bull riders performing March 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. Register to win 2 tickets by stopping by Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. Everything Western for the entire family. And Wireless Zone, your trusted locally owned Verizon authorized retailer. Professional bull riders, an exciting show for the entire family.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
An important Maine industry event is back in person for the first time since 2020. David Ledford has the details.
The 48th Annual Fishermen's Forum kicked off on Thursday at the Samoset Resort in Rockport. The event brings together fishermen, scientists, and seafood dealers from across New England to discuss the latest issues affecting the industry.
It's a place to break down barriers and really get to know the issues much better in a more informal, laid-back atmosphere.
The 3-day forum started with Shellfish Focus Day, which included seminars ranging from growing clams to offshore wind energy. Industry professionals also began prepping for the popular trade show, which will run on both Friday and Saturday. Some exhibitors spoke about the value the event brings to Maine.
I think our biggest goal with the Fishermen's Forum is to reach out to young people who are getting into fisheries and aquaculture and see how we can provide resources for them, help train them, and get them the support that they need to start new businesses on the working waterfront.
New industry talks will take place each day, including discussions about Maine lobsters and endangered right whales.
The fishing industry and the commercial marine industry and aquaculture is so critically important to Maine. It is so important to our economy, and you can't take anything for granted. You really do need to participate. Honestly, don't take it for granted. Participate, participate, participate. And this is the place to do it.
The forum is also a family-friendly event through and through. Kids will be treated to an open family swim, movie screenings each afternoon and evening, crafts, and more. The forum will wrap up with a seafood banquet on Saturday. In Rockport, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
2 dogs are doing okay after falling through the ice in Kittery. Firefighters were able to rescue them within just a matter of minutes. The rescue happened on a pond just off Route 236. It was just after 1 Thursday afternoon when the pups spotted some geese out on the ice. They weren't on a leash, so they took off running. The dogs broke through the ice quickly. Their handler initially thought about going out there himself, but realized it just wasn't safe. That's when the fire department was called in to help. The fire chief says they go through constant training for these kinds of situations, especially because the ocean is right there and there are many ponds in the area.
A lot of people think the only thing we train on is how to fight a fire. It's much more in depth than that.
One thing I learned is to make sure to zip up the rescue suit all the way because I got soaked. So that was a good learning moment for me.
This was Leiden's very first rescue. He just got trained in this a couple of months ago. The man who was out there with the dog says they warmed up by the fire last night. He's very thankful for those first responders. A local community initiative is still looking for donations to help dreams come true. The Cinderella Project, based out of the Waldo Community Action Program, is in need of more plus-size prom dress donations. According to the president and CEO of the Maine Cinderella Project, Donna Kelly, all donations are welcome and can be dropped off at any Days Jewelers location.
The goal of the Cinderella Project of Maine is we want to promote self-esteem and positive body image, and we welcome any student to these events. We're LGBTQ plus friendly, we welcome all students, and we want to make sure that there's a wide variety of dresses for everybody to choose from.
Right now, the Maine Cinderella Project is gearing up for its first giveaway event, which will be at the Wentworth Event Center on April 15th. If you don't have any dresses to donate but would still like to give to the cause, monetary donations can be made through the Waldo CAP website. Literacy Volunteers of Bangor is dedicated to helping people learn to read and write no matter their age or ability. We have a chance to highlight some of the work that they do. Meet Cindy Dool. Up until 7 years ago, Cindy had a hard time reading and writing. She says she was bullied and called names throughout her childhood. She entered foster care at age 16 and then a year later decided to quit school. One day, her husband saw a commercial for Literacy Volunteers of Bangor. She found her tutor there, and today she's one of their many success stories. She says Literacy Volunteers has changed her life.
I get to read different books. I can read prescriptions now. I can read stuff at the grocery store. I can read instructions on a bag to cook something. My life is awesome. It has gone from I want to say living in hell to living in this happy, beautiful world.
Literacy Volunteers want you to know that it's never too late to learn to read and write. Head to lvbangor.org to learn more. After the break, we'll take a look at skipping meals and if that's the best way to lose weight. We'll be right back.
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
America's top diplomat, Anthony Blinken, had an unscheduled meeting on Thursday with his Russian counterpart at the G20 conference in India. It's the first time they've seen each other in person since the invasion of Ukraine. Blinken had this to say about their meeting.
I told the foreign minister what I and so many others said last week at the United Nations and what so many G20 foreign ministers said today. End this war of aggression.
Blinken went on to say the U.S. will support Ukraine for however long it takes and will push for the war to end on terms Ukraine would agree to. He said despite the war, the U.S. remains open to engaging with Russia on nuclear arms control negotiations. Rescuers continue to search for the missing following this week's deadly train crash in Greece. Drone footage shows a thick fog engulfing the site where cranes cleared a large portion of the mangled wreck. More than 350 people were on board when a passenger train collided with a freight train on Tuesday. At least 57 people are confirmed dead and many others are injured. Many of them were university students returning from a weekend of celebration. Greek rail workers went on strike yesterday, blaming government neglect as the cause of the crash. A railway employee has taken responsibility for the collision and has been charged with manslaughter. According to a new study, limiting calories may work better than intermittent fasting when it comes to helping you lose weight. With more, here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Eating smaller meals could be more effective for weight loss than intermittent fasting or only eating within a small time window during the day. That's according to a study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association. 547 adult men and women tracked how many calories they ate during the day and when they ate over the course of 6 months. People who ate larger meals that were greater than 500 calories more frequently gained more weight during that time. There was no significant weight change when people ate during smaller time windows. That being said, everyone is different, and diet plans that work for some might not work for others. Be sure to talk to your medical provider if you're considering embarking on a weight loss journey in order to find the safest, healthiest way to lose weight. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 20 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with the 202 horsepower all-wheel drive Camry or the fun all-wheel drive Corolla Cross, both with Toyota Safety Sense technology included. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Pat's Pizza in Holden is not just a restaurant that serves delicious food and pizza. They also have an adjacent party and event room. Consider having your birthday or office party at Pat's Pizza. They have indoor golf, a pro shop, and a beautiful 9-hole golf course. Pat's Pizza, Holden.
Hi, this is Jim with Lowry & Associates. Some guy slid across the center line and hit my daughter. Is there any way you can come meet us at the hospital? I can meet you at the hospital right now. Lowry & Associates settled my daughter's case for $250,000.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Welcome back. A SpaceX Dragon capsule has launched 4 astronauts for NASA heading to the International Space Station. The rocket is docked successfully for the International Space Station. SpaceX said the docking occurred at 10:40 p.m. Pacific time last night. The docking happened at a moment that NASA's cameras were not able to provide live pictures of the event. NASA's 2 astronauts are joined by 1 Russian cosmonaut and only the second person from the United Arab Emirates to fly to space. They will replace a U.S., Russian, Japanese crew up there since October. The docking was briefly delayed while engineers confirmed that software was properly configured for the space station's docking mechanism. Well, tomorrow, stormy weather will interfere with this weekend's high school basketball tournament games. Class B games will now be held Saturday night at the Augusta Civic Center. The Ellsworth girls will take the court against Spruce Mountain at 7:05, and the Orono boys will compete against Oceanside following that matchup. The Class D games have been moved to Monday night at the Cross Center in Bangor. All the games planned for the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland on Saturday night will go on as planned. And this weekend is non-resident snowmobile weekend. Between today and Sunday, non-residents are welcome to ride the main trail systems as long as they have a valid registration from another state or province. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife would like to remind residents, as well as that means increased traffic on the trails. To learn more, head to the Maine IFW's Facebook page. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
All right, let's get things rolling. A winter storm watch in effect until 8 p.m. Saturday. We'll see an upgrade at some point for these counties highlighted here in a winter storm warning off for the south and west. This is all for accumulating snow that will be on the way, though. And we also have gale warnings in effect along the coast as well. You'll also see that small craft advisory. This has already expired, so it's just a gale warnings we have our eye on at this point until 7 p.m. Saturday because of active weather moving in. 2 to 10 foot wave heights being noted right now according to the buoys. We'll see this increasing with our next system that will continue to move in. So otherwise, though, here we are. Lots of sunshine to be noted at this point. So again, a beautiful day to be outside. You wouldn't even think there's any active weather on the way. But here it is right here, tracking from the southwest, going through the north and east. So this will move in for the daytime tomorrow. High pressure is going to play a key role with this. So it's going to be sending some dry air in our direction. So some spots may not see as much snow or any snow as the system tracks in, but the dry air may erode some of that. So futurecast for today, a lot of sunshine on the way. Clouds move in later on tonight, so we'll be watching for our next system moving in. The snow starts by tomorrow morning. We'll keep that going moving forward, but the snow starts to clear out of here Saturday night and in parts of Sunday morning. We'll hold on to the clouds for a while, though, but the clouds break up as we get towards Sunday morning. So by Sunday morning, we'll see a lot of sunshine. Snow accumulations look like this, around 1 to 3, maybe up to 5 inches in a few spots before we're all finished up. This is actually pulled back on the snow a bit, interestingly enough. So I think this might be a bit higher. This might be underdoing it just a bit. So maybe about 1 to 3, maybe up to 4 inches in Bangor. Further off towards the south and west, around 4 to 7 inches, if not locally higher amounts in a few spots before we're all finished up. So this is underdoing it just a bit, but nothing too ridiculous. So upper 30s today, mostly sunny, northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, 18 degrees, mostly cloudy, snow showers moving in late, with that east wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 30 degrees, snow likely, overall around 2 to 6 inches, lower amounts to the east of Bangor, higher amounts to the west, the east wind at about 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. So we're mostly cloudy by Sunday, with highs reaching for the lower 40s. Lower 40s again on Monday with a mostly sunny sky. More snow Tuesday, highs in the upper 30s.
Thank you, Devin. Looks like they'll have more snow for Free Snowmobile Weekend. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Stay safe on the roads and have a great weekend.
Good luck to the Orono Red Riots boys from Sear Bus Line and Sear North Star Tours, providing tours and charters throughout the U.S. and Canada. Good luck to the Ellsworth High School girls from Osborne's Plumbing and Heating in Bucksport and Ellsworth, featuring boiler and furnace replacement gas or oil. Good luck to the Brewer Witches boys from Coach House Restaurant, homemade meals, homemade desserts, now serving pizza, eat in or take out.
You're watching ABC 7 Bank.